Yeah, hi. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, Road to WrestleMania is upon us. And you know how it's retarded that WrestleMania, it has to be two nights this year? And it has been two nights last year, basically because they're trying to fit everybody in WrestleMania. And you know how like they always try to do like battle royals and shit like that, and how the WrestleManias nowadays are so fucking long. Well, good old Jim Ross, basically pointed out the fucking truth, saying that how WrestleMania is retarded for trying to have many wrestlers on the fucking show. So yeah. So yeah, Jim Ross basically calls out WWE. He says just because you're on the main roster doesn't mean you automatically get a pass to be on a WrestleMania card, which is so fucking true. Yeah. Basically, he's basically saying that not everyone needs to be at WrestleMania, which is true. For God's sake, WrestleMania back in the day used to be just 4 hours, and it was not like it didn't need to be 2 nights. It didn't need to be 8 hours. Now the fucking shows ends at like 12 and shit like that. Like fuck, you know what I mean? So fucking long, and like it doesn't need to be 2 nights this year. It really doesn't. You don't need to be 2 nights. For God's sakes, help me. During the recent edition of Grilling JR podcast, it's like fucking. Oh, this was weeks ago, but it's good. I have to mention this. Um, Hall of Famer Jim Ross talks about WWE trying to make the majority of their roster part of WrestleMania by doing battle royals or just etc. Jim Ross doesn't think that all wrestlers deserve to be at WrestleMania, saying the following: Every year at WrestleMania, you had the conversations of various folks. They're wondering that what they did wrong, who I pissed off. I got this is the to be the political decision because I'm great and I should be on the card. It's very hard, very sensitive subject to discuss, but I've had dozens and dozens of those conversations over the years, 26 years. You can't get everybody on the card. They've done a better job by adding battle royals on another day. I've always believed just because you're on the main roster doesn't mean you absolutely get a pass on the WrestleMania card. I would never book anybody on the card just to make them happy if they didn't deliver a really good product because those tickets and pay-per-views are not cheap. Amazing. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but we have to. It's a business. We have to be realistic. This can't be a reason you book somebody because because you didn't want to hurt their feelings. JR also commented on WWE giving the rights to the WWE Network on Peacock, basically. Surprised, to be honest with you. Didn't see it coming. Getting further, fucking, it's not a bad thing. Continuing to build that relationship is probably not an unwise decision whatsoever. Providing them makes contact makes you more valuable to them. Therefore, you get more money. And then fucking, yeah, that's pretty much really it. He doesn't say it's like a bad suggestion. But Jim Ross is so fucking right. There's a reason why this guy was the head of talent relations. And not only that, he helped backstage and shit like that. This guy was basically speaking like my truth. And a lot of other people's truths. Like, for God's sakes, you don't need to do like have everybody on the card. You don't need to do fucking fatal 4-way matches every time, or triple threat matches so many times. That's been done so many times. Fucking battle royals, unless it's I don't know, there's a reason for it. You don't need to have a long show. For God's sake, that's why. For God's sakes, WrestleMania should just be 4 hours. You don't need to have so many fucking matches. You don't need to do fucking long, boring ass matches. For God's sake, stop trying to make people happy, trying to have long matches too. And for God's sake, you don't need to do 2 nights. Seriously. Jim Ross is fucking right. Can we, like, I don't know why the fuck, I understand why JR, like, but here's the thing, that's also the problem, like, you know, he says this, it's true, but, like, really, you're in AEW, man, come on. I know, like, the reason why he's there, because, you know, he's probably, like, he wants to still be part of wrestling business, shit like that. But come on, man. But JR is so fucking right. God bless JR. He's speaking the fucking truth. Because it's the truth. Not everyone needs to be at WrestleMania. I'm tired of fucking Unfortunately, they do this because it's, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. And that's why they're doing two shows this year. And they're probably do an 8-hour show next year. I don't know what to tell you. All I have to say is, thank God for JR, Jim Ross. This guy fucking rules. I don't know what to tell you. It's a darn shame that we have to fucking live in this world where every guy has to be in a fucking show and gal. You have to do all these multi-man matches and shit like that too. All this fucking stupid shit. I don't know what to tell you. And it also doesn't help the fact that these matches are long too. You know, like not every match can be 5 stars and shit like that. Just saying. But also like multi-man matches, like one, I don't know, and just trying to make everyone happy. Like again, if you're not doing your job, like this guy says, you're not doing your job. That's why you don't need to be WrestleMania. So overall, God bless JR. He's so fucking right. Just a bit of my thoughts. Again, the guy speaks the truth. It's just darn shame. This is how WrestleMania is all the time now. It has been like this, unfortunately, for years, and it needs to stop. And this honestly needed to stop since fucking 32, because for God's sake, the fact that since WrestleMania 32, they decided to fucking go over 4 hours is retarded, okay? Alright, I'm just gonna say, people, I'm just keep real motherfuckers, you know, get your fucking gains and shit like that. Drink how the fuck you want, so magnificent and shit. Cheers. Because I'm not drinking cola, because I'm using gains. I mean, I was on supplements and shit like that. I was gonna say, people, till next time. Peace. Yeah, bye.